Hello all, BL Carter here, affectionately known as Miss B, here with part 5 and the final video in this series, the endocrine system. And today we're going to talk about the ovaries, the testes, and that 10th gland, the placenta, which is only temporary during pregnancy, as well as wrap up the endocrine system and its importance. So here again, our ovaries are here. We have one in each fallopian tube in the female, and in the male you have the testicles here, and so in each testes, and then the placenta is here inside the uterus of the female. A more focused photo again of the ovaries in the woman, the uterus, and it does not name the placenta, but the placenta would be inside the uterus, and then the testes in the male. The ovaries in a woman, and you guys should remember this from school, from reproductive health chapter in probably high school, maybe 8th, 9th, 10th grade, somewhere along there. But the ovaries maintain the health of the female reproductive system, and they secrete two main hormones. I know you've heard about them, estrogen and progesterone, and these hormones are vital to life, whether she's pregnant or not. They're vital to fertility, her ability to be able to conceive as well as sustain the pregnancy. They're vital to her emotional health and a host of other body functions. It's not just being able to have children, and it's not just her mental health, but they're vital to life overall. If you look at the entire series, you'll see that, as well as various other body functions. The testes in the male secrete testosterone, which is necessary for proper physical development in boys. And in adulthood, the testosterone maintains the male's libido. It helps him to maintain muscle strength as well as his bone density. And I will note here, although we have females primarily producing estrogen and progesterone as their primary sex hormones, females also produce some level of testosterone. And the same thing with the men, they have some levels of estrogen and progesterone as well in their bodies. Smaller, much smaller levels, but they do have some. And then we have the placenta, and this again, this is during pregnancy, and we see this picture here, the placenta. Now this particular graphic goes into more detail of some of the other hormones during pregnancy. We're not going to talk so much about the rest of them. We're just going to give a quick overview for our purposes. I just wanted to make it known that the placenta does become an endocrine gland during pregnancy, and it produces the human chorionic gonadotropin. HCG is what that particular hormone is affectionately known as. It is produced by the fertilized egg after it implants in the uterus, and when your wife, your boo, whoever it is, goes to the doctor or goes to CVS and gets a pregnancy kit, she pees on a stick. That stick is measuring the level of this hormone in her body. If the hormone is in her body, that it'll confirm pregnancy. If there is no evidence of this hormone, no pregnancy is confirmed, which is how sometimes you can have false positives and false negatives. If there is something else going on in the body somewhere along the way and that hormone is not produced, the egg could be fertilized. But remember, the pituitary is the master, and there's so many other glands in the process. If there's a break somewhere along the way, that hormone may not be produced or may not be in a high enough quantity to be registered. But she could very well be pregnant. And the opposite maybe as well. It may be too high for whatever reason. Some left over, didn't expel out in the body the way it's supposed to. And, you know, you think she's pregnant, but she's not really. Or, you know, she would have had a miscarriage, a spontaneous abortion, and the hormones are still in her body. So, and then the placenta also produces some progesterone and estrogen. And these are to help prepare for breast milk when it's time to feed the baby, as well as to strengthen that uterine wall so that it can protect that baby. And then there are several others, as I said here, that are pertinent to the pregnancy, the actual birthing process and contractions, things like that, as well as lactation processes. And for our purposes, we're not going to get into that because we're not about reproduction. It's more so about the autoimmunes and understanding the impact of the endocrine system and how it plays a role in autoimmune diseases. Some quick reminders. Again, this information is not meant to replace your physician, but it is meant for you to use as a guide to help you in your research so that you can have enough information when you go back to your physician. You can speak with some level of authority and education on your particular subject and ask more directed and definitive questions so that you can maximize your health as best you can while you have it. This video is meant to help those who are struggling with some sort of endocrine disruption, which is pretty much anyone who's been diagnosed with any disease. There is an endocrine disruption somewhere along the way. And so this series is meant to help with that, help you to identify some of the areas that might need to be strengthened so you can help your doctor to help you. I encourage you to be a blessing to someone else and share this video and to subscribe so that you will get notifications of future content uploads. Now, since this is the final video in this series, let's talk about the takeaways. What are the lessons? What have we learned in this series, this 5-part series? Well, the first thing we've learned is that our bodies, your body it's a wonderfully and sensationally created self-healing entity all in itself. I mean, it's a wonder. It's a miracle. That's why you think about it. When you were in high school and you had the reproductive class, you saw the video, The Miracle of Life. I think every person in America has seen The Miracle of Life. Your body is literally a miracle. The creation of life itself. And as we get older and we understand all the different functions, all the different glands and organs and how they work together so intricately, it is a wonder. It's a miracle. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's all that. And your body can heal itself. It can do all that and be all that as long as you give it the right tools to do so. And that means your body needs a proper amount of food, water, rest, the correct nutrients, sunlight, etc. When one part of your body is amiss, is off, is imbalanced, is teeter-tottering, is out of whack, if you will, the others will be affected also. Why? Because they're all interconnected. And they're all dependent on the others for maximum efficiency. If you're looking through this series, you see how one impacts the other, and we're just talking glands alone. We also saw a few organs, how a particular gland might impact the workings of an organ somewhere. We've seen how some of the glands and the hormones that they secrete can actually create health problems, and some of them could actually be fatal. So I encourage you to stop allowing yourself and stop allowing the white coats to compartmentalize and limit a problem or disease to one particular area. If you've been diagnosed with any sort of disease, if you have a particular problem, it is not limited to that particular area. If I have a problem in my stomach, everything that's attached to my stomach, everything that my stomach interacts with is going to be affected. So, does that mean I walk into my doctor's office demanding that he check and fix my stomach? No, but that means I do my research. I look and I see which problems could be developed in my stomach area, or which organs, which processes, which systems are affected by the stomach or connected to the stomach in some way. And I look at those, I research those and see, make sure those are doing what they're supposed to do. And if I've got an issue, then I have a reason to tell the doctor, hey, look, check my intestines as well. Because I know I've got this stomach issue, I've got a digestive issue going on. So we definitely want to check my hormones. We definitely want to check my endocrine system, and we want to check my intestines to make sure the small and large intestines are doing what they need to do. If there is one area in your body that's showing signs of trouble, and if I leave you with no other takeaway, take action to protect and heal the whole body, not just that one particular area, whether you are symptomatic or not. And that means if your kidneys are showing signs of trouble, you might want to check into your adrenals. You might want to check into blood. You might want to check into all the areas that are affected by your kidneys. That means blood production and disposals, or more so disposal. That means urine retention and elimination. That means other nutrients. That means the elimination of the toxins that are in your bloodstream, as you know, foods and all that other stuff is processing through your body. Your kidney is there to filter out the blood, and so it's going to filter out the trash. If your kidneys are having problems, then your trash is not being filtered out properly, which means that trash is circulating back through your body. And as it circulates, it's probably getting little bits and pieces deposited here and there. So that's why I say, if your body, and that's just an example, if your body is showing signs of trouble in one area, take action to protect and heal the whole body. That being the case, I hope this series has been beneficial for you. This information is going to be important as we go through and talk more specifically about the autoimmune conditions, and as we go into the hyper and hypothyroid series, which was the initial target, and in order for you to understand that, and the many of you that are struggling with hypothyroidism, it's important to know these glands and how they interact and the different parts of the body that they affect in order to understand hypothyroidism and all the impact of it, and how we can hopefully tweak that a little bit better than wherever you are to get you to a next step. That being the case, like I said, I hope this has been beneficial. Again, share it because someone else needs to know. Whether they've been diagnosed or not, they need to know, or they know someone that needs to know. You have a blessed day, and we will see you the next time around.